Let's call the Muhlenberg Township Board of Commissioners meeting for Monday, May 18th, 2026 to order. All please rise for a pledge of allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Good evening, Marcy. For the minutes, we did have an executive session before the meeting, and also Commissioner Merkel will not be in attendance today. No public presentations on the agenda. We'll start with the first public portion. Line for residents or taxpayers to talk about matters of concern that may be before the Board of Commissioners. We do have, Rick, I can't read your last name. No. For Ashburn. You wanna come up, Rick, and
Right, I've been here before complaining about the same thing, stop signs. I've called the police twice in the last 2 weeks. Once, we talked over the phone, nice guy, very helpful. Last Friday, I called again, I said, you better send somebody out. Same people doing the same thing over and over again. Now, if I offend anybody, I'm sorry, but I hollered up the street, you little fucking bitch. Don't do it again, or you're gonna have a legal problem. They called today on me, so an officer came to my house because I used vulgar language. That's gonna fly. Friend of mine, hit with a riding motorcycle. Hurt pretty bad, somebody running a stop sign on his motorcycle. I've seen school buses running stop signs now. Amazon drivers. Personal Amazon vehicles. It's nonstop. It's gotta stop. Somebody is going to get killed. I saw today a Muhlenberg truck, a bucket truck, go right through my stop sign.
on Ashburn.
Coming down Ashbourne, made a left on Danner. And I'm not trying to get people in trouble here, but at least, as I said 100 times, slow down.
Sure.
They don't gotta take the turn so bad. But it's really getting out of hand, and then for an officer to come to my house because I use vulgar language. And the officer that came to my house last week, I described the girl up the street, and they said, we know all about her. I don't know how she has a driver's license. She's been involved in several accidents running the stop sign. Her grandfather taught her how to drive, ran the stop sign when I was out in my yard working for Spike with grandkids in the car. Still does it today. Nothing's being done. I don't know where else to turn. If you guys can't do it, and I'm not saying that you can't do anything, do we go up a level, get help from the state police?
Well, Rick, I know we've talked about this before. I know you know my wife, because then she walks the dog right past there and she tells me about that intersection pretty much too, because she sees
I know.
some of the same people. I mean, Chief Hoover and I have met multiple times about traffic enforcement. And I know Sergeant Sawyer will attest to this too. I mean, we are targeting sections in the township as best we can. And if Chief Hoover were here, he would tell you, when we're there, they'll slow down. And as soon as we move out, it's the same, same practice.
Right, and it'll get around.
Yeah, I mean, and they have been. But there is just a total disregard. In fact, I was just telling the guys tonight, I was almost T-boned over here in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Because somebody can't even pay attention when they're driving in a parking lot anymore. I'll talk to the chief again, maybe we need to rotate a little bit faster through the areas. And.
But it's like I said the last time that I got up and spoke, it's the same people doing it day after day after day. And I can take you up the street and point them all out. Cause it's the same people, I know them. And I yell at them and they give me the finger and have a few choice words for me. My neighbors across the street from me are elderly. And my next door neighbor, if I don't see them out and about, especially this time of year, I go and check on them. Well, I did that about a week and a half ago, and almost a guy flying down the street. Like, should I just call 911 and have them check on him instead of me risking my life crossing the street? I mean, this sounds pretty petty, but it's like,
No,
it's
it's
really
not.
getting old.
No, it's not, I mean, we've had multiple people come in, and we've been talking about this, and, you know, it's everywhere, it's not just Muhlenberg. But, I'll talk to the chief again, I'll talk to the chief and see, we'll kind of look into the individuals or.
Now, since I had an officer
Numbers.
come to my house and complain, I did call an attorney. Cause I'm not, because I yelled, so I call her a bitch. I'm gonna get cited or in trouble, I just need to cover my ass. But I'm not, like I said, you know, and this has been going on with me and their family for a couple of years.
Alright,
So, and I know you guys can't be everywhere at once, and I've said that publicly, but it's like, you know, this is a bad intersection and somebody's gonna get killed. I don't know how else to,
yeah, I'll talk to the chief again, Rick, and
I appreciate
I'll
that.
touch base with you,
Alright, good enough, thanks.
thank you.
Thank you, Eric. Jody?
Though I'm not a resident, I do get mail in the township and spend more time at work than I do at home. On 15 May at 05:49 in the morning, Muhlenberg area ambulance and company 66 were dispatched for a motor vehicle accident within traffic on Route 222. I was on my way to a SWAT job with the state police in Lancaster. One of our operators came across the accident, gave me a quick call and said, "Hey, don't come this way down to Lancaster." At the SWAT job, Trooper Smalls informed me that he was right behind the accident. He observed the debris flying through the air as he came to a stop. He approached the sedan trapped underneath the tractor trailer. He said the roof was pinned down to the body and the headrest level. He said he hesitantly asked inside if anyone was alive. He approached the occupants and they squeaked out that they were both inside, they were both alive. He had them begin assessing each other for injuries and they both wound up being relatively minor injuries. He stayed on scene and he observed company 66 arrive and extricate the occupants. He's full-time SWAT, but he spent a few years on the road as a trooper and he said he's never seen such professionalism and rapid extrication. After my warrant service, I returned back to Muhlenberg Ambulance for my day job duties. Crews were busy, but once I caught up with them, I told them that the PSP gave us and company 66 a job well done compliment. My crews burst into a frantic ramble about how 66 had the patients out of that car in 14 minutes. They called the crew the dream team. They said they were all professional firefighters and they flowed like a precision Swiss watch. Thank you. Thank you, company. Thank you, your staff and your leadership. It's an example of what we're capable of doing as a fire company, an ambulance service, as a team, and as public service. Muhlenberg Ambulance wants to thank you for spectacular performance. We appreciate your professionalism and we enjoy working as a team by your side to serve this community. Thanks, sir. Likewise.
Thank you, Jody. Does anyone else wish to speak on the first public portion? All right, seeing none, we'll move on to the consent agenda. I need a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved.
Questions or comments?
I'll make a comment, you know, I was reading through the police report, Huntsman, did I get the, oh, that. Start. You know, kind of what Rick was talking about, I was looking at some of the traffic detail information that we had. So it's not bad enough that, you know, there's drivers that are disregarding the laws, but there were two incidences on major highways where we had a pedestrian standing or walking out the middle of the highway that our officers had to escort off to the side safely, and one was pretty belligerent, so, you know, just in the course of events of the different things that our police department has to deal with, you know, they put their lives on the line in more ways than one, because I certainly wouldn't want to run out in the middle of Fifth Street or Route 61, so. And then to have a pedestrian in a state where they were not cooperative and, you know, puts the officers even at more risk, so, Thank you very much, gentlemen. Please pass that on to the department.
Thank you, Commissioner. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Those opposed? The ayes have it, so ordered. Any unfinished business? Moving on to new business, I need a motion to approve payment of bills presented by the Director of Finance and Customer Service.
So moved. Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Those if any, the ayes have it, so ordered. Motion to adopt ordinance 632, amending the sign ordinance.
So,
Second.
Any questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Those if any, the ayes have it, so ordered. Motion to approve $1,000 sponsorship to the Berks County Solid Waste Authority.
So moved.
I'll second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Those if any, the ayes have it, so ordered. Motion to approve $2,500 sponsorship to the Center for Excellence in Local Government.
Motion. Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Those if any, the ayes have it, so ordered. Motion to grant a time extension of the 4030 Possible Pike conditional application until June 16, 2027.
So move.
Second.
Any questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Those if any, the ayes have it, so ordered. A motion to approve the letter of credit reduction request number 2 for the NDA Muhlenberg Land Development Plan in the amount of $111,816.32.
So moved. Second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor signify by saying aye. Those if any, the ayes have it, so ordered. A motion to authorize the Public Works Superintendent to sell unused equipment on an online auction website.
Motion.
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Those if any, the ayes have it, so ordered. A motion to authorize the Parks Foreman to purchase a Kubota L4020 HST from PAM's Bill Code Distributors in the amount of $41,620.02 to replace the existing Kubota tractor.
Motion. Second.
Any questions or comments?
Quick comment, we did have a motion on last month's agenda for this same item. The original dealer that quoted the price screwed up the quote. And so this is a revised quote to include all of the equipment that we needed to be able to perform the work that we do with it.
Gotcha.
Is there anything we can use from the old one?
No.
Okay.
Now, the old one is,
94, 95?
yeah, 18, how did we figure that was?
95.
95, yeah, all right.
Any further questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Those if any, the ayes have it, so ordered. Motion to authorize the Parks Foreman to purchase a Kubota UTV from Can's Bill Code Distributors in the amount of $48,065.77.
Move.
Second.
Any questions or comments?
I can comment on this one real quick as well. As a result of the trail projects in the Riverside Basin, but also the expansion of the sidewalk, the proposed sidewalk down the length of the Dietrich driveway. This UTV will have a snow blower and a snow plow on it. So we'll be able to use it to service the trails as well as clear the sidewalk, which will only be about 4 feet wide, as I recall. It'll also, we should be able to use it on other sidewalks throughout the township.
Thank you, Jim. Any other further questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Those if any, the ayes have it, so ordered. A motion to authorize the President of the Board to execute a revised traffic signal control plan for the Bellevue Avenue and Route 61 intersection.
So moved. Second.
Any questions or comments? Jim, just quick comments for the public.
So the Bellevue Avenue Bridge has been slated for replacement for the better part of the last 3 years. We've been talking about it. As a result of that, Bellevue Avenue is getting widened as it goes westbound. And so because of that, a new max arm will be installed with turn lanes, dedicated turn lanes, as opposed to having just one single lane that you then get to choose north, south, or west on West Bellevue Avenue.
Thank you, Jim. Any further questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Those if any, the ayes have it, so ordered. A motion to award the contract day of the 2026 road grading project to Allen Myers Inc. in the amount of $678,362.
Motion.
Second.
Any questions or comments?
Chair, what's your opinion on why Alan Myers, is it because they have a plant so close? Why they can come in so much cheaper than everybody else?
That's one of the reasons, but New Enterprise isn't far from them either. Internally with working with this company for so many years, Muhlenberg Township is labeled as a must-win bid. So I knew when they came into our backyard, it was gonna beef up competition, which helps townships.
Yeah.
And they're very, they always try to win. And last year they were the same way. They were 100,000 under everybody else. Hey.
Yeah. And just so the public's aware, as the board is that $540,000 of this is the agreement we have with the Muhlenberg Township Authority, so out of our capital reserves, it's, I can't do that quick, 140 grand, so it's a lot of roads to get done, so. Any further questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Those if any, the ayes have it, so ordered. A motion to award contract B of the 2026 road grading project to Saks and Sons, the amount of $74,963.40.
So move.
Second.
And just, Jim, for this, I know the board's been brought in the loop, so.
Yep, this is the walking path that runs down the length of the Dietrich driveway. It will be separated by 4 feet. Did we figure we could get 4 feet, 6 feet? So we can get 6 feet worth of grass strip between the driveway and this new walking path, which will keep pedestrians off of the driveway, and allow them to get down into the park safely. It'll also include a walking path along Scotts Ferry Bridge Road in order to be able to keep people off of the road for as long as we can through the stretch of the township overland.
Thank you. Any further questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Those if any, the ayes have it, so ordered. Motion to accept the 2026 general insurance policy proposal from Arthur J. Gallagher and Company as presented.
So move. Second.
Any questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Those if any, the ayes have it, so ordered. Motion to authorize the solicitor to advertise for a presentation of the township MS4 program at the June Board of Commissioners meeting.
So move. Second.
Any questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Those if any. The ayes have it, so ordered. Any other of my fellow commissioners, any other new business?
Yeah, I'll bring up, something other we take action on, but just all this information. I know from time to time we talk about the number of different meetings that, the commissioners attend or that our staff attends. On May 4th, the Berks County Planning Commission, did one in a series of, countywide presentations regarding the, upcoming county comprehensive plan. There was a lot of good information. I want to point out that Muhlenberg was very well represented. Jim attended, I attended, Diane Benson attended from our planning commission, and Sue Rockley attended from the school board. So it was nice to see the school board, at least a school board, attend one of these meetings, because as we know, when we redid our comprehensive plan, you can't look down the road and be isolated when we're looking for growth, without trying to have some type of understanding as, you know, the needs, and issues that the school district faces. So it was good to see Sue there. Again, it was a good conversation. I don't know if they talked about anything brand new we haven't really discussed, but it was a nice session.
Thank you for representing us. Any other new business? No board appointments. Public portion just quickly, so it's on record, so they've asked, the board has been requested to participate in an anti-bullying event that's being planned. I asked for some specifics until I can bring it to this body to support or not support, you know, with the difference between us not being able to impact policy at the school. So we gotta be very careful about that, not saying we won't do our part to help them if we deem it appropriate, so SARS, and I told Kevin, I don't, you know, if it's an SRO thing, but until we get more information, they didn't ask for anything other than if we'd like to be part of it. So I said I'd bring it up to the board tonight, so it's on record, we'll get back to them when they're supposed to get us specifics about what it is, so I'll let you, Kevin and the chief know. We also just got an email about electric bikes, it's summertime now, so people are cruising around like madmen and people all over with, non-registered vehicles, so, just so SARS take that back to the department, over in the Temple area was where we got the complaint from, so just so you're aware, I don't know, I don't really have it, but. I just wanted to bring that up as a public portion, so it's on record. Does anyone else wish to speak under the second public portion? No?
I haven't seen any advertisements, the Memorial Day ceremony, is that still on?
Yes,
Okay.
it is. Same 10
That
o'clock?
honestly is the nicest thing, it really is really very nice.
Joel, do you have anything else? Yeah.
On social media website.
Alright, we'll push it out again. Hopefully the weather turns like that, right?
If it does rain, the ceremony is moved under pavilion 2.
All right, Sam, Mr. Duncan,
Nothing at this time, business as usual.
Joel, you have anything to add? Jeremy?
Pretty hot topic. Jim and I sat on a Zoom meeting the other week. I don't believe it was 2 weeks now, the weeks are flying by. Pretty hot topic. Fish Street Highway is getting repaved. Starting the end of the month, the impact should not hurt too much because they're gonna do it from around 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. So it shouldn't impact traffic too much, but they're just micro surfacing again. But it's something. Well, as soon as I know an exact day, I'll push it to IT so we can get it on the website. I don't know an exact start date. I just heard it was the end of the month.
Yeah, okay. Thanks, Sharon. Someone? Sorry, do you have anything on that repeating?
No, I
Keep them prepared to bring this speech.
Okay. There's the pizza stuff.
Chief, anything?
Month of April, we responded to a total of 134 calls for service, with 7 being created being in the township. And I'd also like to thank, Jody for your comments. Business as usual for us, but, it's good sometimes hear that feedback, so we appreciate it.
Thanks, Chief.
We have a planning commission meeting on Wednesday at 7 p.m. here. There is a conditional use hearing application which will be considered, as well as a potentially a preliminary / final land development plan.
All right. Commissioner Lasorda, you are first.
Nothing, just wish everybody a happy Memorial Day and be safe.
All right. Mr. Early.
No comments.
Commissioner Alert.
Yeah, nothing really. Thank you all for coming out and a very enjoyable Memorial weekend.
All right, just quickly, so we talked about the electric bikes, but our park system, we do a lot of great parks events, go on our website to look at it, but it is our park system, so trash, clean up after your dogs, treat them like they are your park system, because the more and more they get utilized, the more and more that, as an early morning walker, you see just, stuff that, I don't know why people treat our own parks like that, and don't throw trash in trash cans, but, if you're there and you see someone, please, encourage them very kindly, clean up after themselves. The signs, I was gonna send Justin a note today, the yard signs. I mean, if we can take them down, I know they're supposed to be taken down by the yard sale person, but I mean, it gets to the point where they're sitting up for weeks, and it's just an eyesore in the community, so we can, Jeremy, just send a crew, just make sure they're down, they usually do, but just the residents, they're supposed to be taken down by the person put them up within 24 hours, so we'd appreciate your compliance with that, to make our community look a little better. Fair enough? All right, have a wonderful Memorial Day, enjoy the